Welcome, it's your boy here, Dan at the B League Says, coming at you for Going for Two Live. We're going to get on to another On the Clock episode, and we are going to just do quick 5-minute episodes here, shooting over the rest of the preseason. Going over anything else kind of makes no sense. But before I get going, as always, head over to our free Discord. It's free. Go to Going for Two Live Discord. That's exactly where you want to be. That's exactly what you want to be doing. That's a great place to start. Like, go get all your information in this season for Dynasty, for Redraft. Head over there to that as well. What we can also do as well, Going for Two, GF2 promo code over at underdogfantasy.com. As always, 100% matching deposit up to 250 big ones. That's exactly what you want to be doing, and it's not the worst place to be. Now, what I want to be talking about is late round stacks and teams that you can build around with those late round stacks. Now, I'm looking at the New York Jets. I can't believe I have just said that. I really wish I didn't want to talk about the Jets, but here we are. I'm going to talk about some really shocking teams we can build stacks around late, and it's going to really tear me apart because I don't really want to talk about the Patriots or the Giants, but I'm probably going to this offseason, and here we go. Now, the reason for it, the last three games that you were going to look at the Jags, they're playing at the Jags versus the Rams at home and at the Bills week 17. So 15, 16, 17, Jags, Rams, and Bills. We have three games to close out the season with relatively high-scoring games. The Jets are favored in all but one of them. I can't believe this already. They're favored at Jacksonville versus the Rams, but they're underdogs on week 17 in Buffalo. Now, my gut feeling is the way the trend goes, everyone's starting to build teams around that week 17 stack, and they're going to see Buffalo in late December, January, and freak the fuck out and go, no, I don't want any part of that, low-scoring game, all that sort of thing. The cold weather, and you'd be right to do so because we're not Buffalo's like at that time of the year. However, this is Aaron Rodgers versus Josh Allen, not Zach Wilson versus Kyle Orton. We've got to get our heads together. Look, since 2016, even with a lower implied total of 40, all right, I just want you to understand this. In games between those two, have hit 8 times in Buffalo. All right, 6 of those games have happened in November or later in the season. So we know even with cold weather, those two teams can get there with shittier quarterbacks and players than this. I also want to make sure that we know that we have options across the board with the periphery with these guys. So to not have to reach for across with all these different players in position. Look, Aaron Rodgers comes in with an ADP of 160. Now, that's fantastic, right? So we can already load up with him. He's my quarterback 6 for the year. I'll get to that in a minute. We already know we compare him with Tyler Conklin. I just spoke about him on the previous episode. His ADP is around 169, 170, and he's been a favorite thing of mine to do because tight ends are kind of weak this year. So to get a premier quarterback with their only tight end, I think is a point of difference in my builds with Rodgers. But you can also get the same range, Malachi Corley. Okay, we can also get Braylon Allen. They're around that 180s range, 180, 190. Or you can pick his other teammate from the Packers, Alan Lazard. He's going around there too. Okay, so we have that as well. They're equally cheap and can add to build to an earlier piece of the puzzle if you happen to go Wilson or Hall. Okay, so we know we can do that too. We can also then game stack. We got Ray Davis in Buffalo, week 17. That might be a thing. Marcus Valdez-Scantling, Demarcus Robinson, Colby Parkinson from the Rams in week 16 as well. Marcus Valdez-Scantling, obviously he's over in Buffalo at this point as well. So we can look at that and go, this is a great idea, and we can go, right, no problem. As I mentioned before, with those stacks, I have Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback 6 for the year after my initial projections, and I can lead with him as my quarterback 1 in drafts while staying away from the position and building my roster completely before I even get to him. The Jets were one of 11 teams with over 600 pass attempts in 2023. That's with Zach Wilson and whoever the fuck else they were using, right? But they finished 18th in receptions, 30th for pass yards, going under 3,000 pass yards. Think of that, 11th in pass attempts, under 3,000 pass yards. That's wild to me. For what it's worth, they also finished 11th with touchdowns. That's dead last. Passing touchdowns, 11th. Aaron Rodgers, when healthy, with a minimum of 15 games, has never thrown for less than 25 touchdowns in a season or 3,690 yards. So 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns as a bare minimum. Now, this is going to sound really sketchy, so we can get 25 and 37 as a floor, but that's fair. I've got him projected for much higher. This is going to sound terrible, but last year, Derek Carr punched 38 and 25 as a floor, and he finished, quarterback, 13 or 14? So we can look at this and say, Aaron Rodgers, better quarterback, better team, better plays around him, round 15, round 16 to get him started in. Not the worst way to stack a team that's going to improve and rebound incredibly. As always, I'm Dan at the B League Says. You can find me over at the Going for Two Live Discord. Find me over there. Tag me the BestBall chat. As always, underdogfantasy.com, promo code GF2 for 100% matching deposit up to $250. That's $200 down, $250 down, up to $250, get 500 back. That's 100 puppy teams. Go for it. Go do that. Come find me. We'll talk about it.